Hello, my little ponies. I'm Starlight, and today will be reviewing the Equestria Games and Magical Mystery Cure. The reason I'm doing these at the same time is because I really don't have that much to say about about Equestria Games. So why don't we first start off with the Equestria Games. Well, this is another Spike episode, 2 in a row. Wow. You couldn't space them apart? Okay, so this is the first time Spike is back in the Crystal Empire, and big surprise, he's a hero there. He kind of saved it, I guess. But Twilight helped too. No one seems to really care about her. And technically Cadence did capture it, but they might be used to her, so yeah. Here's the main issue with this. Spike should have been grateful for Twilight's help. We know that he's not really self-serving most of the time. I mean, he has been selfish, but for the most part, he's grateful for when he receives help. He's also been shown to be very capable. And he's also been shown to be able to deal well with crowds before. I mean, he was the narrator for... Okay. I am... Despite the fact that Spike has been shown to be able to stand up in front of a stage and perform, which is probably a lot more to it than just lighting a flame, he was capable of doing this. I'm going to chalk this up to the fact that he has never been considered a hero before, which is kind of stupid, but whatever. And that's pretty much the only thing. Not good, not bad. And apparently Equestria has the magic to stop unicorn powers, which makes sense. If a unicorn goes to prison, they have to have some way to keep them from just teleporting out. Does Equestria have prisons? I don't know. So, next on to Magical Mystery Cure, which I'm probably one of the few who don't actually have a problem with the pacing on this, because I watch a lot of musicals and I know how musical timelines are. I've seen an entire song encompass 20 years before. So the fact that that song, What My Cutie Mark Is Telling Me, could have dragged on long enough so that way then the farm could be in danger, which, yes, I don't believe they actually have. Like, they keep saying they're going to lose the farm, but here's the thing. I don't think that they could ever. The land was given to them by by the Princess of Equestria. She owns the land. And I don't believe they have to pay her fealty. They were given the land, which makes them lords, not... Sorry. But yes. So I believe enough time could have gone by that... And if the farm is doing bad enough, not only would they not be able to feed themselves, but they would not be able to afford to keep the farm going, and they would eventually have to sell it. That is what I believe when they say that Applejack is, or the apples are about to lose the farm. Plain and simple. Next. You have, the switching of the cutie marks. Which, quite frankly, I believe Twilight got hit with the stupid stick again, because she read an unfinished spell without knowing what it did, and then just went to bed. Furthermore, why wasn't her cutie mark switched? Only because she was the one performing the spell. So yes, Magical Mystery Cure. I love this episode. I'm a huge fan of musicals. I have performed in several myself. So, yes, I really like this. The music is fantastic. I just think they might have shoved too much stuff into it. Like, the pacing is good. It's just, did we really need the coronation? Like, they could have saved the coronation for the beginning of this, the beginning of season 4. Have the coronation and then have, something happen. What wasn't it, like those vine things and them having to give up? Yeah, that. They could have had that happen right after her coronation. It didn't have to be. They didn't have to shove the coronation in there, okay? Like, they could have easily waited to put it into the 2-parter that honestly had a little too much time in it in the first place. So, yeah. Not really thinking there, but what you gonna do? We get what we get. We have to appreciate it. I loved Magical Mystery here. It's good, and I think it shows you a little more about how they see their friends. Like, for instance, Rarity's not obsessed with racing. So she probably sees Rainbow Dash as just a Pegasus that takes care of the weather, who has a penchant for getting into trouble or like speed. Rainbow Dash doesn't know how to take care of the animals, which I understand. Applejack, we have been shown that she knows how to make a quilt before, and she probably knows how to sew due to the fact that she is a farm pony, and, well, you have to mend a lot of things, whether it just be quilts or bows or whatever. You have to mend things. Oftentimes you have to mend saddles, although they are horses. Oh, that reminds me of something from the equestria games. I believe horses do exist, because if you look at the rulers of Saddle Arabia, they are horses. So I believe that Equestria is probably just the main residents are ponies. There are probably horses there because we have zebras and other stuff. It's just the majority of them are ponies. And like how Australia has kangaroos, well, there aren't that many kangaroos in America. Different species for different places. It's just how they evolved. And so, yes. I really wish, though, we could have seen more, the main events. Like, even if it was just like a montage. Gotta love montages. I love montages. Which, getting back to Magical Mystery, I liked the pacing, and the cutscenes were wonderful. I liked it. And so, there you go. There are my opinions and gruffs with both the Equestria games and Magical Mystery Cure. So, there you go. Starlight Pony shining out. I'm going back to studying for my exams. Toodles!